Hello and welcome back to another trek through the dungeon. Alright folks, this is it. No more playing around, no more fucking around with this one. We are going to nail or run a dungeon crawl. I'm gonna start a wizard, I'm gonna make a wizard, I'm gonna run a wizard, and, by the grace of God, I'm gonna get far with the wizard. Or die early. Let's not rule out the possibility of dying early. For this run, I've decided it's either gonna be ice or fire, and just classic wizard, classic me, see if we can't make this work. In fact, we're gonna call him classless. No, regular? No. Boring? Standard? How about we call him douche? Douche the wizard. Deep elf is probably the most classic way to go, so deep elf wizard. Bog standard. And we're gonna make this work. Come hooker, by hook or by crook. Conjurations focus. With a little bit of spell. Actually, we don't need a little bit of spell casting. We have enough mana. A little bit of dodging, maybe. Start off nice and slow. Several miscasts in a row. Aggro to roach. Kill the roach. Okay. Aggro the goblin. Kill the goblin. Okay. We will take our chances on the sword. Good, it's a neutral. Okay, first level up. Secured. This early in the game, there really is no option. You have to train your primary attack skill. You have to get it as reliable as you can get it. It has to be as lethal as you can make it. All these things have to be accomplished, otherwise you're not going to accomplish much long term. So, yeah. Hang on a second. See if I can adjust this camera a little bit. It's kind of off-center. There we go, it's a bit better. Okay, so. Keep moving, I guess. Rat corpse. As far as deity goes, Vehumet or Sifmuna, I'm okay with either one. Preference, I guess, is Sifmuna. No, I don't have a preference. Vehumet is probably better for reliably being able to beat the game, because he feeds you the stuff you want when you need it. But Vehumet gives, but Sifmuna gives you the channel mana ability, which can save you games. We're going to immediately leave, so as to take the least opportunities of being attacked by Sigmund. We're also going to learn Blink. Not that it'll ever be useful, but not that it'll be useful this early. I mean, it's super unreliable. It's 12%. Get out of here. Let the Jackal come with me. Yeah, see, I can barely handle a Jackal in single combat right now. And with Jackals, it would have been double combat. We're very far away from Sigmund's entry point, and we're pretty close to a Mephitic level up, which will render us capable of beating him. I am not a fan of how these pathways are leading towards Sigmund. The thing about Sigmund is he can fuck you up pretty fast. Just goes invisible and shoots you a few times, then it's over. Ooh, Trident. Absolutely will replace my current weapon with a Trident. I am deep poisoned on account of that snake, so this had better be a curing. It's not, it's might. That's game. There's literally nothing that can possibly save me here. All the might in the world isn't going to help me. Even if this was a curing, yeah, that wouldn't help me. There's really nothing that I'm trying to do here. I'm just dead. Stupid death. I'm so disheartened right now. I don't know if you guys can tell in my voice, but it was possible to avoid being bit by the snake once. Maybe. I didn't have to stop and pick up the item first. I could have shot the snake first and then picked up the item, but under better circumstances it wouldn't have mattered. Because a single shot might have killed the snake, or a full battery of shots might not have touched him, and of course the snake might have missed me instead of successfully hitting me in the first try. Okay. I don't normally go to deep red poison in melee against a basic snake. Oh, fuck you. There's no way that I have to deal with a null this early. Except the one. I'm gonna go a different direction. So I have suffered a obscene number of miscasts considering my failure rate. I really want to level up at least once before I have to fight a null. Nulls are pretty tough. The roach is gaining on me. And this is why I don't like retreating from enemies until... I mean, don't get me wrong, I like having my full mana before I go into combat, but if that comes at the cost of having to retreat several turns, sometimes it's not worth it, depending how deep you have to retreat. I think the real problem last game was that I failed to reach Mephitic Cloud EXP before leaving the first floor. I'm not sure that I could have done anything different about it, mind, to just... I'm gonna die to a null. I don't believe it, but I'm gonna die to a null. By all rights, that null should have killed me. He just missed me 4 times. I'm not very dodgy, so I just got lucky. Oh well, that balances out the bad luck from last game, I guess. Next floor. Let's go. Next floor. We're just gonna pull out right away. Robin has this fight, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what special abilities he has, but he most certainly can deal with me since I have no means of dealing with him. Alright, nothing to butcher. Nothing to bake here. We'll memorize the candlestick maker. New door. As much as I'd love to go down there and Mephitic Robin's army while they're in close proximity to each other, the odds of me failing to cast Mephitic or dying as a result of it are way too high. Speed Sword is actually a reasonable weapon at this stage of the game. We have a retreat staircase in case I need it. So that's all good. You get shot in the face, get shot in the dick. I'm going to continue to train in dodging alongside spellcasting. It's going to slow down my damage training, but I feel like the benefits to survivability will probably be worth it. Backing away. Close the door. See, I'm backing into the known, so I don't mind retreating for the sake of mana here. Also makes it way less likely for him to get reinforcements, and when eventually my mana fails me, like it just did, I'm closer to my own retreat point. Also part of why I didn't double and triple dip this time around, because I have a nice linear hallway to work with. There are a lot of gnolls on this floor. Makes me wonder if there's like a gnoll fortress or something a little further back. Anyway, we're just gonna use the hallway against these guys. Take no chances in melee yet. I'm just not powerful enough to survive even a single failure. We will carry the spear with us in case I need a reach weapon for some reason. I don't remember if Sigmund was last game or this game, but I'm pretty sure he was last game, so... Oh, Robin, that's who I encountered. Robin and his merry band of goblins. Okay. Is that a dagger of speed? No, it's a dagger of draining. I'll take that. Could prove to be very useful against enemies that I can't otherwise take down. Alright, I don't know if I killed Robin or not, but I definitely thinned out his merry herd. Nope, I didn't touch him. Or I didn't kill him. But here we go, pegging the crap out of him now. Spear. I'll take his equipment. It can't be worse than my own, right? Yeah, and we'll ditch all of the extra spears that I'm not going to need this game. Okay, we're good. Keep running through the dungeon. Come on, baby. Oh, I can't cast fire yet? Memorize that before it becomes relevant and I don't have it memorized. Alright, Vehumet's the first deity I found, therefore Vehumet is the deity that I will worship. Relative, I mean, other than Sifmoon, obviously. If I had found the first mage deity that I found. Alright, we are on floor 3. This is a perfectly reasonable time to do some scroll testing. So, let's get us to a safe spot. Start with the scrolls I have the most of. I don't need to forget any spells yet. But as a Vehumet worshiper, that will be useful later on. ID, do I not have any potions? That's unusual. Let's check the scrolls that I have the least of. Alright. Scrolls that I have middling of. Just test read a scroll. Fuck. We'll waste it on the helmet, I guess. And remove curse. Okay. So, overall, not a particularly effective opening. I have no potions to work with, but at least I wasn't killed by a snake. Hey, there's my first potion. A rapier for raping. Ah, fuck. Run away. Drop gas clouds behind me as I run to impede their pursuit. There's a retreat red staircase nearby in case of urgency. There's Sigmund visible and partially injured. He's still not confused. Now he's confused. We're going to switch to draining and then try and take him out with a draining dagger. If he's heavily drained, he'll be worth a lot less experience, but at the same time, he'll die. And that's more important than getting experience out of him at IMO right now. I don't want to take any chances on a lucky scythe hit ending my run when I'm on a no, this is the round I win. This far, no farther. Oh, that looked like Crazy Youth. That definitely looked like Crazy Youth territory, and I would happily take the cloak off of him. Okay, got it. Let's poke my nose in. Yep, that's a Crazy Youth if I ever saw one. And that's a confused Crazy Youth, and that's a dead one. Shot him a couple times. We'll take the untyped cloak, and just slightly buff my defenses. Definitely gonna take the blowgun. There's no other poison needles in the dungeon to work off of. Natasha, I seem to recall, is an interestingly powerful hexer, but also, yep, Mephitic vulnerable, and is definitely a cat of several lives, so expect to see Natasha again, and right soon. There she is. Now she's dead again, and she de-levels each time, so she becomes easier and easier to get more and more experience out of. I think we're safe to continue running. Let's see where we're at training-wise. 5 and 5.6 and 4.6. That's perfectly reasonable. Onwards. No. No. Melee Mephitic. Back off. Just back off. Re-engage with the ogre under full threat conditions. Okay, well that was the plan at least. I don't see the ogre anymore. Damn it. Okay, it's confused. That's what I was checking. No. Yes! No, held. You guys are all confused, right? You totally can't kill me. You guys can totally kill me. Suck a dick. What was shooting me out of curiosity? Did I just get, like, orked to death or priested to death? Yeah, I got priested to death. Okay, so maybe I'm on tilt right now. That's a possibility. And if that's the case, then I need to really think about my approach here and what I'm doing wrong. But I don't think it's tilt. I think I'm playing reasonably well and getting blasted despite it. I am admittedly playing a class that's a little bit vulnerable early game. On account, not class, a race. The Deep Elf. But I do have the late game in mind, which is why I'm playing it. This time I'm just going to have fun with it. I'm just going to play it random, not really worry about playing correctly. And in other words, I'm just going to play quicker and see if maybe I get lucky, I guess, and or if my instinct kicks in, because this is actually just straight up tilt. You know, you fail once, you fail twice, so you try again and try again. Even though what you should do is cut your losses and try something else or play better. Wait until you're more awake, alert, and oriented. Thing is, even if I say I'm just going to play at random, obviously I'm not going to play truly random. I'm going to try to play a decent game. But I'm going to try to be a little less invested in this run right now working out, because I think part of the frustration I'm suffering is my run isn't working as intended. Boots. Armor's on, next floor. There's a jackal. When there's a jackal, there'll be more jackals, so back off. Go back for the food. No food. Okay then, fair enough. Yeah, that last game, the priest was straight up inside the mephitic cloud that I had created and not confused for all the turns that he was there. I could have tested that last potion if I was so inclined, but that might not have made a difference. It might have. I guess I could have ID'd all my potions to know that it was cancellation and degeneration, so that I wouldn't have tried either of them in a pinch. That's a thing. This is really awkward. I'm in a wide open floor configuration without Mephitic Cloud to escape. There we go. With Mephitic Cloud, I'm a lot safer. Much as I would love to devote my first couple level ups to, or a few level up points to strength, I can't afford to not maximize my castability. Considering that the vast majority of my deaths are due to miscasts right now, or casts with inadequate power. Speaking of which, inadequate power, I need to really focus down Conj, and that's why I'm not training anything but Conj right now. The way I see it is if they attack me, they're going to hit me, and all of the side training of dodging that I can get from the early game will not add up to enough to make a tangible difference. Alright. We overtaxed our mana. Let's run. Build some more mana. Damn it, it blocked the door. It's club. Okay, mana back. Fucking cares about food anymore. I remember a time where training spellcasting early was important because, as a Spriggan especially, with minimal means of recouping food, your spells would hunger you quickly. Now I can't remember the last time I gave a shit about my hunger. That I actually genuinely was harmed by my hunger status. The game has changed so much. Okay, so now we've explored the floor fully. Let's once again re-expose ourselves to the random floor threats. See if I can't get myself to 4.5 before leaving this floor. Also, if that's a spear, we'll take the spear with us. even wield the spear, come to think of it. I mean, I'd rather have a shitty reach weapon than a shitty melee weapon. Rushing water. Do I have magic mapping? Let's ID my potions. In fact, let's just ID all my potions right now, just so there's no question of whether or not they can save my life. Treification. There might be a time where I care about that. Alright, trident. I like a trident. A trident is an excellent early game weapon. At least it used to be. I'm nowhere near the drain, and I'm nowhere near likely to find the drain. Okay. Make a noise and then bail. Waste no time in confusing my target. As much as I would love to find the sewer, I'm not about to start blindly rushing through the level looking for it with no means of survival. Get out of here. Get out of here before the one-off orcs. See? If I had waited just one more turn, or if I had tried to cast a Mephitic before I left, I would have been out of mana by the time I retreated, and I would have retreated straight into the waiting jaws of this very angry gnoll, who I have now killed. Oh, crap. Okay, never mind. That's fixed. Sorry about that. Gotta disable my IM clients. Okay. Anywho. Continuing. Right. There we go. That looks okay. I forgot what my plan was. Distracted. Right, I was running away from a bunch of bloodthirsty orcs that kept coming in one at a time. Rushing water, distant drain. Look, I would love to go into the store, but by the time I find it, I'm sure it will be completely gone, so instead of taunting me with the sewer I won't have, let me focus on continuing to not die and just build. Okay, it's still rusting? It's a slow, rusty drain. Plus 5 int is fantastic. My spell power and my castability will both rise significantly as a result. And I will finally be able to not... I will be able to level up strength now to improve the armor wearing, my long-term armor wearing capabilities. Because a simple robe is not particularly a palatable armor choice. Well, I have not found the drain, and I've searched a lot of places, so... Okay, I get it, I get it. The drain is rusting. I've covered most of the level, I haven't found the fucking drain. Hey, I found the drain! I guarantee you the drain's right there. Yeah, just back off and re-Mephitic. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to barrel my way in to get to the drain in time, there's just no way I can clear that many creatures safely and speedily. Also, the drain looks like it's closed. Yeah, it's completely collapsed. That was really frustrating. But at least I didn't die. That's something. Next floor. Douchebag is there to fuck me up, along with just enough orcs to be a problem. So we're just going to immediately leave the floor, and sure enough, Douchebag shoots me on the way out for 7 damage, which is very significant. We will pick up Conjure Flames, because right now that might actually prove to be useful. We're just going to leave, because sure enough, double smite equals instant death. And then we're going to try a different door. I'm going to pull you to the next floor so that I can do this. Strength, please. Trickle into fighting. I need more hit points. It's a -2 to train fighting, and it's too early to be putting my few experience into stuff that takes forever to train. Let's stand here so that I can do that. Got a lot of free hits on the Phantom because of that single fire. I have no scrolls of ID, so I can't check this potion that I just picked up. I still haven't ID'd the healing potion, which means every potion I pick up now is more likely by far because there's almost always a few healing potions early on. Oh, damn it, I thought I confused you. I didn't realize you were just not relevant yet. Come on. Still retreating. If I'm not in melee, or sorry, if I'm not in LOS with the priest, I'm safe. If he comes into LOS of me, I will fuck him up. Blink. It's better than 50-50 that I escape there. Continuing to fight a running battle. Iguana is actually going to put a stop to my battle. I'm unlikely to kill an iguana with just magic darts. Let's do this and stab you with the trident repeatedly, rather than wasting a lot of magic on you. You I will waste the darts on. There's the iguana again, but now I have room to work with and mana to work with. So I got him down with just the magic darts. That's what I meant. Not that I couldn't kill him with magic darts, but it would take a lot more darts to do it. I didn't want to go low on mana. That would have been bad for me. Alright, Eustatio, who has already managed to summon things, let us put the kibosh on his summoning capabilities and run. And we'll go back for him now. He's still out of... Wow, he closed the gap pretty quickly. But now that he's confused, shouldn't have much trouble taking him down. Rapier is a reasonable weapon, but I'm going to stick with my trident. One more. No, don't take any chances. Just get out of here. No, we'll drop a confused behind us. You, fuck you. The goddamn priests keep showing up again and again to fuck me over. Like now, see, I went after the priest, and then another one appears behind him. Alright, we're just gonna get out of the way. Let everything else go down. Enchanted flail. As much as I would love to find out what the enchantment is. Okay, where are we? This has been a grind. Every encounter has been a bit of a grind here. Hopefully I'll hit my stride and get some easy XP somewhere, but having missed the sewer with all of the curing potions that were doubtlessly in it, and having literally no means of healing at my disposal, I think I'm more than a little justified in being overly cautious. I also haven't found a deity yet. I'm gonna kill this priest before I run away. Nope! Not gonna have the opportunity. Okay, I got the priest down. Excellent. Confuse the guy behind him and then run. Confuse again. It's just a bat. I don't mind being meleeed by a bat. It's everything behind the bat that scares me. Drop a fire just to block the passageway. I think this does not lead to a staircase. I'm in fact running into a dead end. No, do not self-mephitic. That would be a bad idea. I'm running blind. I have no scrolls left to help me there. And I'm back to power. I can now fight things. Okay. No! Don't poison me. I can't cure out of poison. I have to go find a hidey hole and wait for 20 turns if you poison me even once. Okay. 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 We're okay. If you have the audacity to chase me into my hole, I will kill you. What is this enchanted whip that everybody's so excited about? You know what? I don't want to know. I'm not meleeing anything, so it doesn't matter. There's a lot of mana to take down a single scorpion. But I'm red poisoned without the ability to heal, so this could just be game over. Let's find out. Nope, we got lucky. We rolled correctly to get out of the red poison. Unfortunately, the number of turns I've spent on this floor, I almost certainly have spawned new monsters, if not out-of-depth monsters. But I've also become significantly more powerful. I mean, I'm able to actually kill the gnolls that were assaulting me before and drove me out of the area, so... Hide from the priest, and then nail it in the face. Okay, we are doing good. We are doing really good. Kill the ball python, have a ball with it, kill the gnoll, kill everything. There's douchebag again. What level is he? Oh, he's the one who... He has Mephitic Cloud, which can instantly stun me, and he's immune to the same. So I'm just going to run away for now. This is... The problem is the Ecumenical Temple can appear on floor 4. The thing is, if it's there, I've explored a fair amount of floor 4 without success. Who's to say that I won't die exploring the rest of it? So yeah, we're gonna switch tack, continue conjuration training. Thanks to the +5 ring, I don't have to go too far out of my way to max out my other abilities. I will put some points in T-Lock just to get translocations where it needs to be. Actually, better yet, put them in spellcasting since I have a +3 aptitude. That should take the edge off the spell fail of the same. We don't need the spear anymore, and we will test the ring. It's useless. Well, I guess we should at least wear it. You never know. We'll ditch the sword. We will ID a potion. Haste. That could save my life. I'm glad I ID'd it. I don't care. As much as... The reason that was such a hard choice was I could have retreated up the staircase potentially, and now I can't. I'm forced to fight this engagement, along with whatever new enemies would come via attraction to the noise. But, again, statistically, that centaur... Yup, see, if it had got a shot off with that bow, due to my inaction, and bounced me, God knows how long I'd be bouncing. I don't feel right fighting this without a little bit more food. Okay, now we're good. Have them march in order, get a fire in front, and then confuse the shit out of them. And then set up a fire walk, in case they have the audacity to challenge it. Alright, killed a lot of them. That's what happens when an engagement goes right. And now we have a trident of a branded trident, which is just straight better. Oh, a dagger of electrocution. I'll take that over a branded trident because of mephitic stabs. Very few enemies resist electricity this early in the game, so it's a very solid choice. Actually, the reach makes the dagger not a bad choice either. I guess I could go either way. It's gotta be a self-mephitic, but I'm next to the water, so I kinda want to do this first. So that I can at least take a step. No, I don't want to do that. I guess I want to drink potions and hope for luck. Poison. Invigorated. Berserk with worsening confusion. No. The Berserk might actually save my life. I will attack without moving in place. I'm super confused, actually. I wonder if... Let me try my new potions. Okay, nothing. Nothing, 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 and nothing. I guess I just die. The best bet I have is self-casting random effects. Because I'm gonna die either way, I might as well die to my own... Oh, I'm poisoned too. Yeah, no, I'm just dead. Well, at least I named him Fail, so that was to be expected. I think... Where did I go wrong that run? I opened the door and saw 9 gnolls. That's a bad situation no matter how you phrase it. I backed away 3 squares and self-mephiticed to try and lock them in place. I could have just kept running. I didn't have to self-mephitic. I could have used the potion of haste, bought myself an air gap, and then attacked them with mephitic, or even just dropped a conjure flame to lock them in place. That would have been the better play. So overall, the mistake I made was the one I started off making, playing on tilt and not stopping to consider my options when certain death faced me. I don't know. Anyway, y'all got the video. Y'all can dissect this however you like. The way I refuse to see it as anything other than 3 fails in a row. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.